Welcome back to Key Shapes. This video is an introduction to building natural minor scales. The harmonic and melodic forms will be shared in the next two videos. For major scales, the half steps are always at 3, 4, and 7 and 8. For minor scales, the location of the two half steps must be at 2, 3, and 5, 6 in order for it to sound minor. Let's start with the A natural minor scale. A whole step from A to B, and then from B to C is a half step, and we want a half step at 2 to 3, so C natural is fine. And then whole steps up to D and to E, and then we need a half step at 5, 6, and we happen to have one between E and F, so F natural is fine. And then whole steps on up to G and A. So when we start on A, we end up getting a natural minor scale using all white notes. The key signature for A minor is no sharps and no flats. When we start on G, the 2-3 half step requires that we use B flat, not B natural, to get the half step from 2 to 3. Then a whole step to C, a whole step to D. And then we need another half step from 5 to 6. So from D we have to go up to E flat and then a whole step to F and to G. Remember, we only use each letter once per octave, so in this scale we must use B flat, not A sharp, and E flat, not D sharp. The key signature for G minor is 2 flats, B flat, and E flat. Starting on the E, the whole step 1 to 2 means we must use F sharp, not F natural. And then from 2 to 3 we want a half step, so that gets us back to naturals for the G. And then a whole step to A and to B. B is the 5th, so we go up a half step and we stay on naturals for C, and then a whole step to D and a whole step to E. The key signature then for E minor is 1 sharp, and of course it'll always be F sharp. Building a B flat natural minor scale, we start on B flat. Up a whole step is C. Now a half step from 2 to 3 gets us to D flat. A whole step then to E flat. Another whole step to F. And a half step from 5 to 6 gets us to G flat. And then up to A flat, a whole step, and B flat, a whole step. To make it easier to remember all of the note names, we prefer to use key signatures instead of accidentals for each note. So the key signature for B flat minor is 5 flats, B, E, A, D, G, C, F. Building B natural minor, we need to go up a whole step from 1 to 2, so that's C sharp. And then a half step from 2 to 3 gets us to D. And a whole step to E. And a whole step to F sharp. And then a half step at 5, 6 for G, and then a whole step to A and to B. To make it easier to remember all the note names, we prefer to use key signatures instead of accidentals for each note. So the key signature for B minor is 2 sharps, F sharp, and C sharp. Let's do a little review. What are the key components that make minor scales unique when you combine them? Getting a half step from 2 to 3 and 5 to 6, and using accidentals where necessary to make sure that half steps are only placed from 2 and 3 and 5 and 6. And when building scales, each letter is only used once. Understanding the big picture for scale building is much easier when you understand how key signatures work. If you have not yet studied the key signature unit, it would be best to do that now. So far, we've studied how to build major scales and the natural form of minor scales. Next, start working on the major and minor scale builder worksheets in your Key Shapes packet. Study and review key signatures unit. And a suggestion for your project portfolio: try playing of your few simple melodies in natural minor instead of in major. And when you're ready, watch the Minor Scale Builders Part 2, Harmonic Minor. Thank you for learning how to build natural minor scales. Feel free to review this show as needed and to ask your teacher any questions you have. See you next time.